My name is Maya Rao.
I'm Connor Kenyon.
I'm Rami Saka.
And my name is Sam Thomas.
And we are Mag Makeup.
Let me ask you something, guys. Have you ever been late to a movie, dinner reservation, or even a surprise party because you were waiting for your daughter to finish her makeup in the bathroom? Or has your daughter ever missed the bus because she couldn't find her favorite mascara?
And ladies, have you ever been late to an important event because you couldn't find your favorite lipstick in
This
your
morning.
in your unorganized pile of makeup?
Girls are constantly on the move nowadays, and that's partially because of their influenced role in business and education. Also, girls don't like to spend money, or they don't have the money to spend on makeup that has broken or spilled within their case. The most common problem we found in our customer interviews was disorganization. And while you can say that there are big bags that are organized, they look bulky and they're just very unattractive. Or you have the smaller bags that are just messy and unorganized. Another problem that we came across was brand loyalty. Girls love the makeup that they start with. Most of them don't even change throughout their whole entire life of usage of makeup. And that's where we come in.
So our solution is Mag Makeup. Mag Makeup is a product that enhances your makeup experience. So what we do is we're a makeup holder, and our case has magnets that you put on the bottom of any makeup that the user chooses. And with that, they're allowed to organize the case that suits the individual. Our case also comes with brush holders as well as lipstick holders, and can also be put, like the magnets can also be put in any way, and it includes a mirror that stays secure at all times. Also, this allows our case to be traveled on the go, so you can apply your makeup on the go because it's compact and fashionable.
The target market we are trying to achieve is girls aged between 13 and 18. I know 13 sounds very young for a girl to be using makeup, but surprisingly, 61% of girls start using makeup between the ages of 13 and 15. And then another 21% start at age 16. That makes up 82% of our target area. So, and along with the girls being young, we also know that parents are still funding them at this point. They are paying for all their clothes, and which includes makeup. So we have honestly targeted a window that we know can afford the product.
So our total addressable market is 300 million, and that is based off of the 10 million girls currently enrolled in the U.S. high schools. Our service addressable market is 192 million, and that is based off the facts that 4 out of 5 girls wear makeup, just over 80%, and 80% can afford a $30 makeup case. We had gotten 80% because the average household income is $52,000, and as a 13 to 18-year-old, your parents are supporting you, and that is affordable.
So our main competitor is Z Palette. The Z Palette is where you can put the magnets on the bottom of any makeup that you choose, and you can put it in the case. But that's about where the similarities end with our product and their product. Their product is not functional and efficient, and it's also not stylish and compactable like ours will be.
So here's our forecast. We are planning on selling our product directly to the customer through our website. So by selling and advertising our company through ourselves, that would eliminate the middleman costs and therefore keep our margins high. So our product breakdown. We are retailing our product for $30, and our COGS are $10.30, which the big bulk of that would be the leather, the mirrors, and the metal that puts into the case. So overall, our margins are 65.7%.
Alright, so the key component to our MVP is our website, as you can see right there. Our website will be featuring, well, the first thing we need to do is get our SEO. So the SEO is the difference between having 100 visits and 1 visit. So we're looking for feedback, so we need a really good SEO. So once we get all that stuff done, the SEO, we're going to be looking to have featuring 3 of those products that Sam has in his hand right there. The reason we chose different multiple products is because we're going to be changing the style of each and the price, but not changing the COGS. So we're testing out whether we can price that at $50 and make it for 10, or price it at 25 and make it for 10.
And along with that, we to kind of briefly explain what our models would do. So our generic model right here would start at $20 a pop, And that's just mostly because it's generic building materials like leather and our magnets cost, so it's the lowest possible price we could sell it at. Our next price is around $35, and that would include patterned options for girls that like use matching, because I know during this age in my sister's life, she was all in those Vera Bradley and matching everything so that she looked her best at school. Our final product comes in at $50 because it would include metal engravings on the corners and beading just to make it look more decorative. And the biggest reason for us doing this is to see how much our product is really worth to our consumers.
All right, so back to the website. Once we feature those on our website, they're not going to be buyable. And when you try to check it out, you'll be taken to a contact us page. And once we're going to be asking for your email, your demographics, and we're not trying to sell the product right now. We're just trying to see which one's most popular. So when we do sell, we have one to sell, the best one to sell. And the key metrics that we're going to be looking at is, of course, which one's going to be highest value to the consumer, and which one will be the most popular. And we're trying to alleviate the risk of the market, the value of the product, and that's what we're trying to test with our MVP.
So our forecast for this next month. With your money, we would complete our website fully and make it appealing to girls of this age. And all of our products would be listed on the site and buyable until the point of checkout, where we would say that our products are in development or not ready to be used, and we'd ask for their contact information. And depending on how much they filled out within that contact information, we would give them like a percentage off, like up to 40% on how much information they gave to us. By February 28th, which is just about 2 weeks later, we would establish the patterns for the case. So when we opened the website, we were planning on having at least 6 patterns, and by the end, we want to choose like 2 or 3. On March 3rd, our goal is to have at least 250 people have signed up, if not more. And the reason for that is because we want a solid block of people that we could ask to see if they would actually buy our product. By March 10th, we would have our products actually listed. We do a prototype product that would involve a purse that we can buy cheap on Amazon.com and make the same model we actually have set up for you. We'll give you a look at that at the end.
And our MVP cost. So $90 for a 3-month subscription for our domain, which is on Weebly. $50 to pay the YouTubers. So with that, we'd be going on YouTube and going to the famous, makeup stylists and having them demo our product. And $200 to create test products. We would be making 20 units at around $10 a unit. And we recently had gotten over 115 likes on Facebook, so $25 for a Facebook page booster. In total, it would be $365.
So the 200 was for our phase 2 of our MVP. So once we narrow down which one's the most popular and how much it's priced, we can finally create it and sell it.
So we are an efficient makeup case that allows you to self-organize your makeup.
Let us make makeup a girl's ally again. Thank you for your time.
You can go on here too.
You've really nailed an important problem, I think. So, and Michael, do you have anything you want to add to the makeup?
I have a lot of daughters, but that's no problem.
No, you nailed the problem, I thought, just beautifully. Great presentation, you guys. But your MVP is about style, not function. So I want to see the functional prototype.
I have the functional
Oh,
prototype.
good.
I'm so sorry.
Good.
We were trying to get that up and we told.
Oh, that's all right, but that to me is like the important thing. I think the MVP focusing on the design patterns is not as important, Oh, this is, oh yeah, see, because this is,
It's like with magnets, so you can...
oh yeah.
And-
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, now, oh.
And that product
Guys,
costed
Take a picture of this.
Because I can't
Just
say
say
I
that.
understand the problem.
You don't-
I got
No, this is
You
really
definitely
Yeah, this is, all right, so it is deep enough, and then you could,
and if you
so the magnets are on the bottom.
Yep, they're right on the bottom.
The
So-
whole plate is
and to make it so it's compatible with the plastic type, we actually included, so what we would do is an adhesive on the magnet that would actually stick on. But like if you looked on these, it's actually at no cost. We literally just stuck a magnet on there and it
Oh,
held.
I've got a question for you regarding your customer segmentation.
Yeah,
Did I understand
we're glad you
correctly
love it.
that you're targeting girls 13 to 18?
Yeah, so
I-
teenage.
Okay, and I understand from a function perspective, because they're using makeup as well.
Yeah, and the back half.
Talk to me as to why perhaps you didn't consider or you ruled out females who are travelers perhaps.
And we were going to do that customer
That's
segment, but then we also noticed that since we're teenagers, we'd be able to market our product easier to the teenagers. And obviously, we want to expand our business later on to businesswomen. That was actually another customer segment, but it became so much that we had to rule it out
So,
for the beginning.
yeah, so originally we had the two different age groups and it was
Sorry, I don't want you to step on that.
thank you. Originally, we had both of the markets available. We were going to do ages between 16 and 23, and then the ages 35 to 50. But it's just such a large gap. But with our website, we were actually going to include that since we also had that higher, kind of more classy looking case. We were going to see if we got any feedback from higher.
Well, something to consider, and yes, age demographics are important when you're considering your customer segmentation, but perhaps another way to think about it is women who need, and girls who need portability. So that may not be driven by age, but instead driven by function, just the way your product is driven by function. So girls who are on athletic teams and where looking good no matter how hot and sweaty you get is important after you get off the bus as well. That may be a very functional piece. Certainly for women who travel, that's also another functional piece. Women who travel for leisure is another functional piece because makeup is expensive, whether you get it from Osco or to Neiman Marcus counter.
The key
You're not
that you
gonna
might
get
want
this.
to, you said something earlier that, hey, we chose this market segment because we're kids and kids selling to kids could be an interesting play. If done right, you're going to sell this all through your website. No one will even know that you are high school kids. In fact, you should try to make that appear that there's no high school kids behind here. The website can look as professional as possible. You can look like the beauty of the selling on e-commerce is you can look like $1 billion company when you're a $100 company, if done professionally. So I would be blind to your youth on this and make it appear as legitimate as possible. The other thing on your MVP, I really don't like this idea of, hey, we don't have the product, but tell us about yourself. I would rather you just say, sold out, period.
Oh.
Okay? And you just, and what you're getting out of that, you're getting insight that they wanted that product.
Can I have a question back to you?
Yeah.
So you know how you said sold out? Would you also consider us, would it be a good idea for us to say, can you give us your email and then we can sell us your product?
Well, then you can after that. Hey,
Okay.
sold out. By the way, you want to be put on the wait list or something like that, or you want to, you'll get a different take rate to that. You won't want to measure that people gave you their email. What you really want to measure is they click to buy it. So you have to tell them the price. I want this pink one and it's $30. Click to buy.
It's on back
Sold
order.
out.
Right.
On back order.
We'll let you
On
know.
back order, whatever way you want to put it. Now, with Google Analytics, you'll be able to, you have their email address right there. You can track back where you're, right, Google person?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't have to ask them for their email address. You'll know the funnel by going through.
And you won't know the email address unless
You
they give it to you.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll only measure the page. Yeah.
Okay, so then ask it for the email, but only give them the option to give it to you or not, right?
So like, if they were coming in, we'd have like an option saying, if you give us your email now, we will let you know when the product is back in stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
we'll reserve product for
I don't
you.
really care if you don't even sell any. What you are demonstrating here is who wants what. You're trying to get these 6 products down to 1 or 2. They may never come back. You may have lost that sale because they were sold out, but you validated that there was enough people that went to that stage.
You'll never get a famous YouTuber to do it for $50 to demo your product. I mean, they're so sophisticated now, the ones that, you know, the fashion beauty ones that are so, but you would get unknown ones to do it for free for you. So, you know, just be realistic on that.
Dara Kane's cousin is Lauren Elizabeth, and she has 1 million viewers on
Oh, if you know somebody, I take
YouTube.
them
So,
back,
we could
She
definitely
said she'd
contact
do
her.
it? Did she say she?
I haven't contacted her yet. We need the money first.
It's just that that is.
Your
No.
proposition isn't gonna be the $50 that gets
No.
it done.
The
It's
spot-
gonna be, hey, we're high school kids helping.
Yeah,
And
so
you
more
could-
of like.
You could also
Yeah.
say that if we sell X through you, we would give you
Yeah.
X in a percent of the
We
company.
also wanted like an incentive to give. That's why we asked for the $50, but
We
I don't
changed
know,
that.
I
The-
honestly don't think you have to give away any of the company just yet through that, and the YouTube. I don't think you even need, the YouTube demos are good, but I think you could get there. The product speaks for itself, you know, so I think having the product there, you know, and is the key. But how are you gonna produce 20 units for $10 each?
So if you go, right, I think it goes back. Yeah, it's this side right here. So we've actually been researching this to figure out how we could make that cost effective. And if you see here, these are actually priced at $5.99, and we've also found ones that are at $4.99. This bag is the only reason that we didn't meet COGS. She actually went out and paid $26 for a bag like this. But if we could get something like this, it took me, for the metal plating on the bottom to get the magnets attached and the magnets with the mirror, was right around $5. I mean,
You did it yourself, you're talking about making these yourself?
yeah, for the
20 units?
yeah, for the first
Good for you.
products.
Okay. I applaud you as a team in terms of how you've evolved this concept, because I remember back in October
Yeah,
was
it was
hard, and you really narrowed and focused as
it's
to
Tim.
what.
You're gonna call
There you go. But in terms
My
of,
makeup is up there.
but in terms of I think
Yeah.
potential valuable benefit, because I remember when you were back at, are we selling makeup, are we selling
Yes.
travel cases, this is interesting.
My suggestion would be not to complicate it with a lot of patterns and
Right.
styles, and not, I would focus on function
Right.
and get the most basic, soft-sided, I like that it zips, something
Yes.
very
Black.
black,
That's exactly
yeah,
what
I mean,
we were
it
gonna do. We
just
were-
something basic like that, and just
Yeah.
sell
Black,
that
small,
only.
black, medium, or,
Yeah.
and be done with it.
And be done with it, and then, but let the whole, you know, focus, if you did a video on how you could mix and match all your different brands of makeup, depending if you're, you know, all the different brands that are out there, focus on that, and you could put them in and out, and this, you could all
Demonstrate that it doesn't fall
Yeah,
out.
and a video that demonstrates it and shows the one thing, and use that for your MVP to
Yeah.
sell it, and
I
then
think
gauge
you're good to
interest.
go.
Then you would be, I think you'd have a better chance. And you could put that on YouTube, you know, that video on YouTube, and then go out to all the big fashion places and see if you could get it.
And this is your website here.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
Amazon.
Make your website look a lot like that, and just have one that's open as well.
And I was to say, I liked Kara's idea, which is not just get the YouTuber to do the demo video, they actually can start and produce one themselves first.
Yeah.
And then that can be on
Yes.
your video, like on your
So like on our
website.
channel.
For sure
Yeah.
have that, like don't wait for the YouTuber, do it yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And have you approached the storefront makeup places like Ulta and the other
We're
place in Deer Park?
yeah, right after
Sephora.
like with our MVP after our site was actually up on
We won't
online.
ask him why he knows that, that's okay.
The truth at a cold store creamery.
Yeah, it's sad. I knew that before my sister even told me.
Oh, my goodness, because that
It's right
would be
there.
a great place to try
30
this
seconds.
and get reaction from their customers who are in there purchasing makeup.
So are you guys excited about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Once
on.
we ran through the financials and stuff, we saw.
There you go.
I saw it's like a viable option. It's like through our like interviews and stuff, we saw that it is a problem because we didn't really know.
Oh, yeah.
We had to like back it up with interviews.
And that was like a huge segment with our interviews. I mean, after a while, we started getting brand loyalty questions just because girls were like, I've been using Mac for my whole life. I don't want to change from that just because of the case is going to be.
You discovered then how difficult it would be to change purchase patterns. Okay, good. All
You
right.
guys have something very viable, and the nice part of this business is it's not capital intensive.
Right.
If you can buy and make this on your own, and buying for $10, selling for $30, that $20 can be reinvested in inventory,
Okay.
and you could
Pre-order,
in
right?
May
Yeah.
be sitting here.
Awesome.
You have two.
2 orders
How about
already.
you? Thank you so much.
Good Christmas gift.
All right.
Do you guys got a number?
Yeah, what's your
What
number?
was
What were you asking for?
365.
Yes, I love
Very
this.
good.